Skype right now.
Oh, you want to do Skype?
Hello?
You want to do Skype?
Yeah, because like I got my microphone and it'll be better sound quality and I can record on my laptop.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. All right. Let's do it.
What do you want to talk about today? Come here.
Just an update on what's happening in the world, in your world, my world, what's happening in Canada. I mean, yeah, anything else to do with Trump or, I mean, you know, I think it'll happen naturally.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I haven't been doing much research on the news lately. I've just been like doing like studying like ancient books. I've been listening to the Quran lately.
Yeah, let's talk about that. That'll be good.
I don't know. I don't know lots about it, but I think we get current updates. I think we start off about like what's happening in my city and like what's happening in Canada.
Yeah.
How like they're turning us into slaves without us even realizing it.
Yeah, man, that's good. That's all right. Like, I love just talking about. You know, I have a burning hate for like. I know I shouldn't hate people. Like, you know, you're supposed to love everyone in this world, and I'm trying to be like that. I am trying to love people, but I always just have like just for the, just you know, just the narcissists and the disbelievers out there. So, you know, if you ever have any if you have any stories or anything, just throw them in there, and we make some comments. You know, like I have a wealth of content of just making observations on the display. Like I comment on Medium articles. Like I read Medium articles and I comment on them because the belief is so shit, and it's just a wealth of content because their perception is just so bad. So you can never go wrong.
Oh, like the psychic people?
Hey?
What do you mean by mediums, like psychics?
No, there's a website called Medium and it's where people write articles, freelance writers, and most of them are just secular believers, like most of them are just disbelievers, like giving advice, like self-help advice to everyone, or they're trying to work out the philosophy of life, but their perception of life is so skewed and shit that it's just that it's just it can't help but just comment and laugh on like their lostness. So I don't know.
I'm gonna search that. It's called Medium.
Yeah, the website's called Medium. Yeah.
Okay, and like everyone's so lost, man. Like everyone's just under some mind control. They don't even like what they call it, the scientism delusion.
Yeah, like it's not even just that. It's like everybody feels pain in their life. Like everyone has a level of pain, and people are trying to discover why they feel this pain. And like it's because God gives you the pain to find him, to find peace within him.
Yeah.
But all these people, they marginalize the pain. They either use the pain to blame someone else. There's two, like those who blame the pain on someone else, like the opposite gender, or maybe like society or something like that. Like the women will be like toxic masculinity, or you know, they'll be like the patriarchy, or also like there's people that are like self-help type people, and so they read these like books on like they come up with one Eastern philosophy and think that's the absolute truth, or they just like it's retarded.
Yeah, we could explain that. I don't. Me and your videos got like 100 views almost.
Oh yeah. I saw your channel, man. Yeah, that's so cool. You've got like 1,000 subscribers. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, surprisingly, he's like, used to post gaming videos and like other videos, and I got up and like I've been like recently just been posting about the Illuminati.
Yeah.
And, like end of the world stuff and the Matrix.
Does that hurt, man? Does that hurt you? That like it hurts me so much sometimes. Like I've had a YouTube channel. I remember starting in 2013, and I'm like, man, if I was just consistent, it would be something. This channel, if I was just consistent for 7 years.
Yeah, I know. I thought that too. When we started like 5 years ago, just putting all those videos out there of stuff we know. Yeah, we could have had like 100,000 subscribers by now.
Yeah, but you know.
You have no gratification.
No,
Because back when YouTube first started, you would have jumped on that. That's why when I look at XRP and Bitcoin, it's that the people that first jump on are going to be super rich, like social media.
yeah, like even I thought of that like 3 years ago. Like I looked at all the cryptocurrencies, and I'm like, man, there's so many new Google keywords that's going to be trending. Like if you put XRP and you got videos on XRP, there's a good chance you will come up. You'll rise to the top as an XRP thought leader. But I don't know, like I don't know if I want to be like a cryptocurrency advisor. There's so much, there'll be so much hate. You just give the wrong advice. And I've seen that.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, you should join me on, do you have me on Skype?
Yeah. One sec. I know, wait, do I?
I don't think so. That's my microphone here.
All right.
So, what are we talking about? It's like current events?
Yeah, so, tell me about Canada. Like, I'm always interested in Western society, like what's happening back in the Western world. Like, my family's in Australia, and I always like to just reminisce about life in the West. And I know Australia is they're just not laid back. There's so many rules. It's very rulesy, and the people are very, what can I say? They just take it. They're very submissive to the government. Is this the same in Canada? I feel like the Canadians are very submissive too.
Yeah, it's common like that. Like, I heard Australia was really bad for the COVID-19 lockdowns. Everyone was just, like, submissive and doing whatever they're told. And Canada's getting like this too. Like, they're creating a society where, where the people enslave the other people without them even realizing it, and they think they're helping other people out.
Yeah.
But they don't. It's completely like it's like an upside down world where they normalize like bad is good and good's considered bad.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like the Western men have been just like been feminized so much. Like the government's tried to feminize and make the men so weak that they are just naturally submissive to the government now, just because they've been bombarded by toxic masculinity. Don't be a man. Don't have masculine traits like women power. Like you gotta submit to the women, and in Western countries you see that a lot. And there's actually like a terrible hidden sickness like behind the closed doors, like behind bedroom doors. Like I'll invite my audience to look up go on Google Trends and look up the Google search term pegging. Now what pegging is, and this is a disclaimer for anyone under 18, pegging is where a woman wears a strap-on dildo and she has sex with her male partner with it. And there's forums online where they're like people enjoying it. And if you look up the Google search term for it, it's like trending, and it's like trending in Australia, Canada, America, England, like all the Western.
Basically, they're trying to destroy masculinity and feminists. They're trying to completely destroy the family and normalize.
And it's working, man. It's working behind closed doors. There's a lot of sick relationships that are doing stuff like pegging and like cucking and stuff.
And that's trending like a lot. Or it's completely messed. We have the whole LGBTQP stuff.
Yeah.
They want to normalize, they already have the gay, lesbian, bisexual, trans. They want to legalize pedosexual. That was the thing that came up with.
Oh, they want to legalize pedos. Like, what do you mean? Like pedophilia?
Yeah, they wanted to add the P to the LGBTQ thing.
No, there's no way they can justify that. How would they do that?
First you come up with they slowly do it with the gay, bisexual, and they have the transgender and the gender neutral people, and they bring in the pedosexual. It's terrible.
Do you think the people will be that be far from the truth that they'll accept it? Like they'll somehow be brave. You know what? This must be a game for like the people at the top, like at the elites. Like they're just like, how stupid these people. Like how far can we push it? Like maybe their goal is
I
just to
think
be
that's
like fucking
I
donkeys
think that's
now.
exactly what they're doing. They want to see how far they can push us. Like there's even news articles saying that you should be wearing 2 masks or 3 masks at a time.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that?
I'm almost with them on the like. I'm almost with the evil people on laughing, like on the joke. I'm just like, yeah,
Yeah.
do it. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I'm almost,
I can see why they're laughing. It's like they completely everyone's under like some mind control hypnosis while they're like being poisoned by all the fast food and garbage, and I think they're also demon possessed. Lots of people they don't even realize it.
yeah. But I'm,
They created like such a dumbed down society that rely on the government. They can't think from themselves.
but I'm almost, you know, I have an evil in my heart. Really, I have an evil in my heart because I'm almost with them on because I just see this life as a joke now. Like I'm almost like, yeah, do it, like do that, just to joke it, just to laugh at those stupid people. You know, like I almost
Yeah,
like I watch those vaccine videos where the people take the vaccine and they get faint. Like I watched that video of that nurse taking the vaccine and she fainted. And I was just like, yeah, more of this. Like I just want to see more of these stupid guinea pigs taking these
people are like
vaccines
actually
and
everyone
laughing at
just
them.
like the way I said in my last videos is like the Illuminati are tricked everybody into killing themselves without realizing they're killing themselves, and they think that they're helping themselves. So
Yeah.
it's like a huge joke. Like Satan is this huge jokester. The devil that runs this world is just playing a huge joke on everyone.
Yeah.
Like it's a sick joke on it. Like people don't realize.
It's a good joke, man. It is a good joke.
Yeah, it's like, hey, we gotta wear 3 masks. We gotta wear 2 masks at a time to help you out, and you gotta do this. Like, go make sure you put like the hand sanitizers that they have in like the grocery stores and in buildings are like industrial cleaner. Like you're literally putting like poisonous chemicals on your hand.
Oh yeah. Really, I didn't know that.
Like, making people. Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's not actually just hand sanitizers with alcohol and ibuprofen. It's actually like full of industrial chemicals that are actually causing harm.
What a moral of the story. You know, the moral of the story is actually found in Star Wars. I don't know if people watch Star Wars, but you know when Anakin Skywalker, he becomes evil because he has this fear. He loves his wife so much. I don't know what her name is, but anyway, he loves his that girl, whatever her name is. He loves her so much, but he fears losing her, so he actually becomes like evil in order to save her. But by becoming evil, he ends up killing her. Like he's scared she's gonna die, but he ends up killing her in the end from his fear. So it's the same story here. Like people are fearing like death, and because of their fear, they're actually killing themselves. Like their fear is becoming true.
They're just being like completely tricked and like mind controlled for like by the point.
Yeah.
Like there's this thing called like tricked by the light, and everyone's just gonna like accepting like their own enslavement without even realizing. Like people are begging for a curfew here. Like they're like, oh, we gotta have a curfew. And it's nuts. Like I'm in Ontario and in Quebec, but there's already a curfew from 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. And they want to have that here. And people are just like it's completely insane. Like apparently churches are one of the most worst places to go because it's the most infectious places for COVID.
Which place?
Everyone's so
Which place?
scared.
In Canada. It's in Canada. Which place?
Yeah, in Canada.
What's it called? What's it called?
What is? The curfew?
Yeah. No, what's the place? You said Trickster? What's it? A city.
Oh, I mean, like, it's just a huge trick. Like, everyone's just, like, being deceived.
Yeah. How are you finding with the people? Do you find some people leaning towards the truth that, like, do you meet people leaning to the truth, or is it mostly just everyone's moving towards the mainstream and the crowd in Canada?
Well, I think, like, they say it takes, like, there's some people that have been waking up that have actually, like, realized, like, the government's corrupt after this virus. Like, very few, but most people just fell for it even more. Like, they say it takes 2 weeks to develop a mental disorder. So when they have this COVID, pushing all this COVID shit for a mask for over a year, that people are like, oh, it's been going on for a year now, so it must be real. But for me, it's the opposite. Like, oh, it's been going on for a year. I don't know anybody that died, so it must be fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
People don't understand that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Like it's, I don't know, man. I mean, I only find like people online that, I only find people online talking about the stuff that find the truth, but like I don't see anyone in the shop like resisting. I guess I live in Ukraine; it's different. But do you see people in the shop like declaring like their resistance? Do you see anyone brave enough to be like, "This is a scare"? Like I've seen videos of people like they have like a loudspeaker. And they're like, "COVID-19's a scare. Like it's this bull." Like they're openly declaring the conspiracy, and I'm like, "Yeah, you go, man. Like more of this shit." And
and people are like, well, even in Toronto, when people are getting arrested for protesting against COVID, and like say like anti-lockdown, people are like, well, we shouldn't be going to lockdown. People are protesting, and they're getting arrested.
Nice.
And people are, I was reading the comments online. People are saying, oh, good job. Like natural selection will get them. We should be arresting these people, but they don't know like they're actually fighting for your rights and trying to help, like, you know what I mean, like.
How ironic!
And you just want to take.
How ironic!
Huh?
That's so ironic.
Yeah, we live in an absolutely upside down world. People think that like the people protesting are spreading the virus, but it's like most people are starting to think it's a bioweapon. But the problem with that is like there's nobody even I know that died. Like there's nobody actually dead. Like the hospitals have been empty. Like hospitals have actually been less busy because. And if everyone's locked down in their houses, they're not going to be able to go to a hospital to see how empty it is.
Yeah, that's exactly it too. I've seen those videos.
And it's just
online.
Like it's just absolutely like it's insane.
Yeah, I've seen those videos online where people rock up to a hospital and it's completely empty. And you know what's crazy too? If you Google, I invite my audience again, do this. Google like things like COVID empty hospital. And everything that will come up on Google will be like news articles that are like making fun of conspiracy theorists, like saying how dangerous it is to spread misinformation that the hospitals are empty. Like that's all. Like that's the suspicious part about the media. Like they keep trying to shit on the conspiracy theories as soon as you put up a valid point. Like it's like, no, I think they're empty, and they're like, oh, this is terrible misinformation. It's like, no, it's not.
It's nuts. Like, even hashtag Film Your Hospital got banned on social media, like on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, they had like, I remember reading a Twitter post where they tried to get this trending where doctors like, I'm a doctor and I'm seeing the patients. And this is terrible misinformation that's killing people. I see the patients in the hospital. And that's the thing.
That's the trick.
They get things like that trending, and they use like these cheapest doctors in order to convince the people.
Yeah, it's like just saying, hey, like you, because of you're not wearing a mask, you're killing people, or you're not doing what you're saying, and it's causing people to die.
Yeah.
So it's like a complete way of like it's like a manipulation. It's like with Satanism, there's manipulation, intimidation, and domination, and that's exactly what they're doing. Like I believe that they're using they're just manifesting a virus using lesser magic. Like they don't even they're making people think that they're sick, and but they're actually not using magic. If you get what I'm saying.
Mm. Yeah. Well, the thing is,
like,
it's just it's just when people get sick when they love the world too much that they lose their like integrity. Like they lose all logical thought and integrity, that they become slaves to the world, and then wherever the world moves, they just move with it. So like people attached to their life, like their pleasures and desires. And I mean, like, who isn't? Like I'm religious, and I still like, I'm attached. I love my mom, and I love to go to sleep and in a cozy bed. That's a nice feeling. But but these people, they love it too much that it's they've given up their power to it. So wherever, that's the thing about manipulation. If somebody has what you want, then you become slaves to them, and the government has what people want. They have that creature comforts and comfort lifestyle, and so people are willing to enslave themselves for that gratification, that dopamine hit. And so that's all it is, really. You got like they just when people love this life more than the next one. So, and that's why, like in our like in Muslim religion, it's about, and the same with Christianity, Orthodox Christianity. It's about valuing the next life more than this one, and so that you don't get controlled by that. You don't become controlled by corruption or become sick from the lies in this world. Like you don't lose your own integrity.
Yeah. Yeah, and I guess I get what you're saying. Yeah, we like care more about the next life than we do about this life. And like people don't think that. People like think that there is no God, and like we're just a smart monkey that lives on a rock, floating through space.
Yeah, I mean, I was legit in one of my last videos. I read from one of the articles in Medium. The guy's like, you know what hell is? He's like, hell is when you're on your deathbed and you're regretting all the things you didn't do. And I was like, that's not hell. Hell is hell. Hell is like actual fire.
That's not hell.
Yeah, that's like that's not like hell is punishment and pain and severe pain forever. But because the guy because he don't believe in the next life, like that's hell for him. Like he's so attached, he's so scared.
Well, everyone's gonna get hit like a ton of bricks when people find out that when they die and they realize that God is real.
Oh, God help, man! I pray for guidance. Really, that's a humbling. That is going to be a humbling time in our existence.
Yeah, it'll be really good. Like, everyone's treating you with like the mask, like with the like people think, well, just because I got to wear a mask, so now everybody has to wear a mask, and like people are policing each other, trying to say like people are using COVID for their own advantage, for their own pride. They're saying like they usually say, oh, I'm a good person because I'm social distancing. I'm being a good person because I care about others. Like they're not even like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're just using this to like make themselves look good.
Yeah,
but they're taking advantage of the crisis in a way.
Yes.
And then there's the people that do know that there's no pandemic, but they're too scared to tell anyone or admit it because then their friends are going to think they're dumb, and it's because of the pride. They don't want to be the only one saying this is fake, even though they do know it's the right thing to do.
I think it'll just come to like a critical point where it's going to be like that's the thing, and that's the thing about when things become too painful, it becomes more pain than pleasure. Like there is the MGTOW community, or like it's like the opposite of feminists, like the male feminist versions, which hate women, and they have this saying that's called that the juice is not worth the squeeze. So, and what that means is that like it's more pain than pleasure. Like the pleasure is not as good as not as much as the pain that you're going through. So all the people that are sitting back right now, they know the truth and they're sitting back. They still get a lot of pleasure from this life, but when it gets too painful, they're just gonna be like, it's gonna get to a critical point, and they're just gonna be like, fuck this, let's go, let's fight the corruption. Like there's no point anymore. We're gonna have to do something.
Yeah, well, it's being normalized now, so they're normalizing lockdowns and making everything seem like they keep saying the new normal, so they're trying to normalize like this. There's nothing normal about this. They're just trying to like remodel society and reshape it into
what did you let's go, because we don't have much time left. What did you learn about the Quran? You said you've been reading the Quran recently.
I haven't like been studying. I listen to it, so I'm not like just studying it like word for word. I just like listen to it like in the background while I play my games there. Oh, nice. But it's really like it's like a lot of parallels towards the Bible. Like there's a lot of like characters like Jesus. There's like Moses, Abraham, like Allah. But it's like I find it's just like it's like more like a harsh than the Bible. It's more like of a like with the law, it's kind of like more like I know laws, but it just seems like it's like, you know what I mean. It says like a law sounds like a more like harsher than like God and like and his punishments. And it's like more of a strict version of the Bible.
Yeah. Well, that's the. Yeah, like, I mean, that's how you humble the pride. Like you have to. the only way to destroy the sickness of like this real life, like the easiest way to cut through the sickness is just to remember the punishment of hell and the day of judgment and the scariness of the day of judgment. Like that cuts through the sickness so quickly. Like you can be like you could be angry. Like if somebody wronged you, you could be angry at them and be like, oh, fuck this guy, and swear at him and maybe, do something to harm him. But, if you remember the punishment of hell and the judgment, it cuts through that sickness so quick. It makes you not arrogant, humbles you very quickly and helps you act right. Uh, yes. That's why it is harsh.
Humble is the best virtue. You know that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the pride is
people don't even people don't even understand how pride is the deadliest sin, or how humility is the best virtue.
Yeah.
It's like we live in an upside down world. They normalize the deadly sins, thinking they're good, and they're making the virtue seem pointless.
Yeah. Well, people don't understand there's actually like a secret hidden power within humility. Like if you're a believer, God, like the thing is, you got to imagine, like God's all powerful. Like he created, like just imagine, like he created the earth and there's things in the ocean moving that you don't even know about. And there's like stars and sun. Like he has the ability just to create anything, right? So, and he loves his believers. He could just give anything he wants to his believers. But he doesn't, because he can see the sickness of pride in you, because he knows if he gives you what you want, you're just going to become arrogant and sick with pride, and then most likely put yourself in the hellfire, and he doesn't want that for you. So but the thing is, if you're like humble, like if you work on your humility like a lot and try to get that sickness out of your heart, God will just give stuff to you or give you what you want, because he knows you're not going to get sick from the worldly life. So there's actually like a secret power within humility, and it actually opens doors for you. So it's pretty cool.
I know. I think you're right. Like God cares about the virtues that you have, and like I think humility is the best way to impress God. He's like that's what like the number one thing is.
Yeah.
It's because like pride is when you want to impress other people, but like God and humility is when you want to impress like God. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
Being humble and staying humble.
Yeah. Well, in the Quran, like it's I remember there's a passage in the Quran, like it tells you to remember what you and you just got to remember where you came from, right? Like you came from like sperm, and the Quran tells you that you like remember you came from like a liquid that no one wants to touch. Like think about like no one wants to touch sperm. Like touch your own sperms. You think like it's gross. So just remember who you are, what you came from, and that's humbling in itself.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh man, that's half an hour. We did 10 minutes. I recorded the stuff before. That's 10 minutes. Guys, this show's broken up because I started and stopped. So I recorded 10 minutes and then I recorded another 20, and that's just show. It's been half an hour. It was a good update, man.
Yeah, great update. People are liking our content there.
Yeah, I enjoy our conversations too. Just to speak about the truth is fun in itself.
I'll tell you how it's going in Canada there.
Yeah, keep us updated.
Similar to Australia is like the best way I have to say it.
Yeah, keep us updated. Like write some notes down on what's happening on Canada. To tell us some stories, anything you notice. Like give us some stories about the disbelievers over there. It's always just funny just to have a look at their backwards perspective. But
backwards perspective, yeah.
I'll update
well, they're
you
stuck
as
into
well.
like the scientism delusion where they think science is their god, and they feel comfortable knowing that they have no punishment or gains for their actions in the next world.
Yeah, and it's becoming apparent too. So anyway, we have a wealth of stuff to talk about. So guys, join us on the next show, and peace out. Thanks for
Awesome,
thanks for joining.
Have a good day.
Take care.